Howdy, howdy, everybody. Whew. Oh, I know, it's late. Been kind of a nightmare over here today. Freaking had to restart my computer to update. Next thing I know, my freaking Google ain't working. All my Google Chrome stuff wasn't working. I was like, what the hell? So I was working on it. My son got home. He looked at it, figured it out. Hey, what's up, Zach? What's up, Deb? Yeah, apparently if your VPN runs out, it'll just shut down pretty much your whole Google thing. So something to keep in mind. Time to look for a new VPN, I guess. Let's see here. Do this. What's up, Tab Shell? Best Life, good to see you. Don Miller, Q Lady, everybody. Hold on, I'm trying to get this other chat pulled up here. I'm telling you, I just barely got this thing back on. I'm getting to it, Jeremy. Give me a second here. Actually really starting to piss me off earlier. I was like ready to just like punch the computer. But I didn't. I've learned more restraint over the years. Hey, what's up?
What's up? How's everybody doing?
Nah, hanging in there, man.
Good to see everybody. Zach said he first one. He ain't got nothing else better to do. Hey, Phoenix.
What's up,
Phoenix knew where I was going. You popped up on my notifications over on this screen. I was like, all right, guys, I got to get out of here. See you later, man.
Yeah. I know, man. It took us freaking a long time to figure it out, man. And then finally I come out here and freaking my son's like, Dad, I figured it out. I'm like, no shit. He's like, yeah, sure shit. So I looked into my VPN subscription. Apparently it timed out. I bought it a year ago for like $25. Now they want like $78 for a fucking year of VPN. It's like, oh man, are you fucking kidding me?
Damn it.
I'm gonna find a better deal.
This damn thing. Damn camera's pissing me off. I got all my squigglies on the side. There it goes. No, it's going back again. There it goes.
What's up, Spike?
Damn it. What's up, Zach? Hey, Zach, come over to my house and help me fix my cheap-ass camera out. He's going to be like, you just got to buy a more expensive one. I mean, like, that's what they always say.
Nah, it's pretty much how it rolls. You buy a $20 camera, you're going to get $20 worth of quality. You buy a $100 one, you're going to get better quality.
It's $25 worth of quality. Damn it, Zach. It's probably
I need to find out if my son is using the old one I gave him, because if that's the case, I could send it to you.
Yeah.
There's the one I was gifted a long time ago. Then I got a new one, gave the old one to my son, so he's been using that, I think. He's been using that. Although now he's on that VR all the time, so I don't even know if he's even using it.
Oh, the virtual, what's up, Spike? The virtual reality thingy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and he's got that whole setup on his computer.
Damn. Yes, Michelle does have a nice little show. I like to pop in on Michelle's channels, and I like to put my 2 cents in over there. And then I come over here and put my 2 cents in over here. Yeah, Zach's like, you. That's all he's got is 2 cents. You want to hear something crazy, Zach, today? So today I'm sitting out. Well, I had a day off today again. And I'm just chilling. I'm smoking a cigarette, or not smoking a cigarette. I'm washing dishes or whatever. I'm looking outside, and I see white shit falling from the sky. I'm not lying. I'm seeing white shit falling from the sky. So I pick up the phone. I call my mom. I'm like, "Hey, Mom, can you do me a favor?" Because she lives 2 doors down. And she's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "Can you stick your head out and look outside and see if I'm not like hallucinating or having a flashback? You're like, do you see the white shit falling down?" And she's like, "Yeah, I do." And as soon as she opened up her door, you can smell wood burning, but nobody in my fucking area is burning. Nobody in my county is burning. There are no fires anywhere in the county. They're being burnt right now. Because we have control burns. You know what I'm saying? There are no control, and we're notified for that. There's no controlled fires today, but I had ash falling straight out the sky coming down.
You got a volcano around there?
Do what?
You got a volcano around there?
No, but you do know what's coming through the jet stream is all the fucking smoke from the wildfires from out west. It's traveling down the jet stream, and it's even going into upstate New York.
God damn it. Hold on. I think somebody gave my cat cocaine.
Probably.
What in the fuck is your trip? Calm down. Fucking weirdo.
What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy?
Fucking house.
What's up, Ghost?
Cat.
Bulldog. John, what's up? Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. There was ashes falling from the sky out here, and I mean, I'm like, what the? And there were little tiny ones. You could see them floating. It was crazy as hell. You have the smoke there in Maine? Okay, yeah, then that's what it is. Because I mean, it's floating down and shit. I can't even see the moon right now, Spike, where I'm at. It's freaking so much smoke out there.
Fucking weird ass cat. I don't even know what the fuck's wrong with that thing.
What's up, Stanley? How you doing? Moonchild.
Maybe she overslept.
Belly.
What's up, Stanley? What's up, Ghost? Hey, Moonchild. Bella, everybody.
Yeah, well, that jet stream comes, it comes down through us and then goes up to y'all. So if y'all got it up there in Maine and in New Jersey, then that's definitely what's coming through here on my side then. That's where it's coming from. And I just heard that there was some crazy flood in China, like right now.
Good.
Yeah, I know. Like biblical flooding.
Huh. Well, that's what happens when you piss God off.
You're right about that. Yeah, I know, Phoenix.
I mean, he did say he promised never to flood the earth. He never said that he wouldn't put a fucking, couple of
countries under the water.
Damn. Like, seriously, somebody fucking dropped a catnip?
Yeah, he's probably got into catnip or your secret stash or something.
I don't know, man. No?
Yeah. No, you're right about it. See, even Zach knew it. Got into that booger sugar. Damn you, Zach.
Thank you, Cos.
Hey, man, I've been working on my cutter shark. My little, my boat.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming together. I'm almost ready to start tying the fucking sails on and shit.
You know what you need to do?
What?
You need to take one of those sails, and since you're an artist, paint it black with the Jolly Roger on it.
Oh, I've got actually a Jolly Roger flag that I have hanging over my porch. It's the actual Jolly Roger. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying for your boat.
Yeah, I could do that actually.
Yeah,
I actually
take
have
a little mini one.
but the next big model I'm gonna do, which is a bigger one, is actually the actual Jolly Roger. Like I've got like I think it's like 36 cannons that I actually have to put together and paint and build separately.
Cool. Okay.
But right now I'm working on an ATST from Star Wars. You know, the two-legged things.
Oh yeah, the AT-AT.
Yeah,
No, not the AT-AT. I know.
ATSTs. Yeah. But I'm doing that right now. I'm putting that together at the same time I'm finishing up the shark. I'm doing both at the same time. While one's drying, I'm painting and putting together, and then I vice versa.
Sorry, I just really don't care about China Phoenix.
China sucks.
I'm telling you, they could get nuked off the planet tomorrow, and I probably wouldn't really give two shits after what they fucking did to our, not just our country, but many countries.
That's the big C. What big C? I mean condoms?
No, the big C virus.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, you know, something straight out Resident Evil.
Yeah.
It's not the G virus. It's not the T virus. It's the C virus.
The C one? Yeah. You should paint it.
But, you know, I heard that all those Democrats from Texas all got it too. Good. Fucking assholes. I doubt any of them will die from it, but we can pray. Talking putty. Yeah.
Talking putty.
Say hello.
Well. Oh, he's pissed. Don't talk to him. He'll fucking swat the shit out you. I heard him. Look how mad he is. Oh yeah, he's not happy. Look at him eyes. It looks like he's tripping. What'd you give him?
I didn't give nothing, man. That's what I'm saying.
Bumped up. That's right, Zach.
Hey.
See, look, he's already fucking shit up as soon as you put it down. I sleep somewhere, which is actually not a good thing because it gets quiet and he's like, "What the hell are you eating? What are you chewing this time? Get the cat out your mouth. You can't chew them." 10% of Texas stems, they all had the jabby. Yeah, I know that. So did 7 of the New York Yankees.
Yeah, unfortunately,
they got fully Jabberwocky too and ended up coming with it.
Yeah, the only problem is with government, you got to destroy the entire thing, which means you're going to have to lose a lot of citizens in the process.
Yep.
But if they can destroy the entire government, rebuild it according to the structure that they want, which is not communism.
I hate communism.
Yeah, I think we all do. It's been a pretty much proven point throughout our history.
Yep. I can't stand communism. That's right, Zach. Fuck communism. You're absolutely right. Dusty Data. You just put a message to Ghost Prepper up.
Oh, what now?
I have notifications from all you guys.
I see it. Yeah,
it pops up in little friggin' corners on my other screen over here. That's how I knew that you were live, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go. See you later." Yeah, love y'all too, y'all. God bless y'all. Click. Then came right over here.
All right, Ghost Prepper. It is 1:20 in the morning. Oh, I'm a night owl. I'm encoding this thing, and I'm going to send it to you. Just it's going to take about 3 hours to encode it. So, and it's funny because every time you come into chat, Ghost, I'm like, "Oh no, the teacher's here! Teacher's here! Put it out! Put it out! Put it out!" I'm just joking, man. I hope you enjoy it, man. Just hit me up and let me know what you like about it or not. If you don't like it, Throw it away, I guess. I'm trying to figure out where to position my camera here. Y'all like this angle? I mean, I look kind of creepy. I see everybody looking at me.
What's Dusty?
Somebody asked me the other day who had the key to my heart. I hold the key to my own heart and my own destiny. I'd like to get some people's opinions. Which way do you guys like me to look when I'm talking at the webcam? If I'm on a live or something, which way is it you like me to position my camera? You know,
I don't give a shit.
this way. And before anybody asks, yes, this wall is black. It's that sound foam over here too.
What is that, ribs?
I don't know. I'm not looking.
Nah. Oh, what is that, computer parts?
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what it is.
I love you like a love song, baby.
Oh my God. Dusty, what the fuck were you thinking?
So love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. And I keep it beep.
Oh my God. Freaking Dusty has completely lost his mind. See, this is what happens when you retire early. That's all I can say about that, man. Oh, jeez.
You're gonna cut some watermelon. I like watermelon. Man, it's coming. Yeah, gonna get mine. Fuck Mr. Fake Man. That's right. You heard that. What's up, Terry? How are you doing? I know watermelon's yummy, right, Benjamin? I like that watermelon. Zach likes to put mustard and peanut butter on it.
2010.
Anything does. So I don't make peanut butter flavored watermelon.
Shit.
Watermelon
I haven't
flavored.
bought a new vehicle or a used vehicle. Yeah, since about 2015. Not to mention, Stanley, who wants a fucking new one? Yeah, a lot of people say the newer ones actually suck worse. If you could find like an older model, you're better off getting that. Maybe just throwing a few repairs on it.
Mm-hmm. Tired, Zach? You've been up all night. You've been working hard today. Did you do a lot of work today on the website thingy? Yeah, you got some work done. I was off. I didn't do shit. I don't like to.
Man, I did a lot of work today. I was busy yelling at my computer for the last 4 hours.
That takes a lot of energy out.
Hell yeah. You know
do.
what took more energy is for me not to fucking pull it out and beat the ever-loving shit out of it.
Oh, my Terry, it's no problem. I try to say hello to everybody in here. I really do.
God knows 6. Mine's an 04.
I'm. My mom says I'm one of the nicest and sweetest assholes you'll meet. So.
What's up, Zach?
Designed the registration screen for the Android side.
You designed the registration for the Android site. Hell yeah. Fuck Apple. The only thing Apple has good is you can't, well, they say you can't get their fucking shit out. Yeah, I know that's true. Fuck you, Steve Jobs. Right. Right, Zach? That's what I said. I wish it would rain here. It says it's supposed to be raining.
Man, I need to pick up some more dubage.
That's some dubage. I'm smoking dubage right now.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
Hell yeah. I gotta work tomorrow night.
Just at night.
Yeah, 4 o'clock tomorrow. I go in, I'll do my counts, my inventory. Then I'll cook for lazy motherfuckers.
So when you do that, what time do you usually get out of there at night?
4 o'clock. When I work a night shift.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. It depends on really how much the kitchen looks like a bomb went off in it, being depending on how busy we are. The kitchen automatically closes at 10 o'clock, except for on Sundays we close at 9:30. But it automatically closes at 10 o'clock. But say we cook all the way up to 10 o'clock and we ain't even changed nothing out on the line yet, and then I gotta do a fryer, and then I gotta take the grill out and scrub the grill down, and then clean the flat top, and then dump. Yeah, I mean, and then do all the floors. It's like you can't skip.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But it all depends on how bad the fryers are, and shit like that. Like I can look in and be like, fuck that, we're just gonna wipe them down tonight, man. We'll change one of them bitches.
Well, like you got your own dishwasher, right?
Yeah, but the dish machine is downstairs. See, we have multi-level.
Oh,
My pub is a multi-level. I've got a pub upstairs and a dining room upstairs, and then downstairs we have another bar area, but it's a bigger area. And we do all of our prep downstairs in the dish room because it's bigger down there, and it's like a prep area down there.
uh-huh.
That's where the walk-in and where we store all the food.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Everything else that we cook is upstairs.
Oh,
so whenever we need stock, you got to run downstairs and then go in the walk-in and then run.
I'm
up.
guessing you don't have like a fucking one of those freight elevators.
Dumb waiter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a bunch of those working, but not like the one that.
Yeah, you just hit a button and it goes
No,
up.
we've got dumb waiters and waitresses. Yeah, we've got plenty of those, but not one that
Right on.
carries the dishes from level to level. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, no, we don't have one of those things. But see,
Nothing wrong with a dumb waitress, man.
but yeah, no, well, depends. But the building that Dugan's is in Pinehurst has been there since I think it's 1895. So it's been there since Prohibition. So there's all these little hidden rooms and shit and everything.
Cool.
It used to be like a speakeasy, back in Prohibition and shit.
Right on.
It's where golf started out, really out over on this side.
So any secret passages like down into the sewer or anything like that?
Well, actually, if you go one over to the next, there's 2 stairwells. And if you go to the next stairwell over and go down through that door, that goes all the way down to every business on the other building. Yeah, it's crazy. It's all crazy. I dream I could stay up on that. Yeah, I can stay up on that. I ain't got shit to do. I took a nap earlier today. Damn it, I just dropped my bowl. Pop went all over the place. Damn it, Zach. You startled me. It's all Zach's fault. It's always Zach's fault.
Toyota? Yeah, Toyotas, man. Something about them Toyotas. Those things back in the day, they were built to last, man. So were Datsuns too. Believe it or not.
I like Nissans. Well, Datsuns were good too, but Nissans, the old Nissans, those were.
Yeah, if you can get one when they were first transitioning between Datsun and Nissan, you're still basically getting a Datsun.
Getting a Datsun, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, even the newer Nissans are sucking more and more.
My Altima's pretty nice. I dig my Altima. I don't like it. Zach, man, quit hitting the ball on the fucking McNuggets. Must be getting nuggets and get your body parts right. Yeah, I get the same thing. When I wake up, my batteries are dead on my iPad.
So, Phoenix, you plug your phone in before you go to bed, hon?
Yeah, just plug that shit in, man. Put it back. You fall asleep with it plugged into the wall. You can wake up and still sit there and go back to sleep. See, it's crazy for me because, y'all know that I sleepwalk and everything, and I've told y'all before in the old house, I used to smoke in the old house, you know, so I'd go to bed and then I'd wake up the next morning and it'd be like 6 cigarettes in the ashtray. When I went to bed, there's no cigarettes in the ashtray, you know. So like now it happens the same way, except for like I'm walking outside to do it now. So I'm like, damn, you know, somebody, I guess, you know, in the middle of the night, Flint came in. He was able to get up in the top cabinet, get the cereal out, pour a bowl of cereal, and leave the milk out. Smoke a cigarette outside, come back in, eat a brownie.
You're a smart fucking dog, man. Shit.
Yeah, I know. He can't even reach up there.
Hey, where there's a will, there's a way, man. You ever seen a 4-year-old who barely reach the countertop?
You have to put everything like that far back on the damn. Their arms are only that long.
They're crafty.
But everything has to go like that far back because they have to climb everything.
They'll step on anything and everything to get up there. Yeah.
When you're anywhere from like you start walking until whatever, you're a mountain climber for like urban house furniture, and you put all types of weird shit together to climb up on things. I'm gonna put the chair on top of the litter box, and then we're gonna put the cat tree on top of the chair, and it's okay, Mom. I'll climb up to get the cookies.
Now, Ben, I don't know. I don't know. I know that laptops, I know a lot of them are just fine if you leave them plugged in while you're using them. I mean, my PC is constantly plugged in, but, you know, I guess it's kind of designed a little bit differently.
Yeah. Flint's passed out right
I don't know. I'm no computer whiz, man. Like I said, it took my freaking son, my oldest boy, to come out here and figure out what the fucking problem was. And when he did, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I went in and I checked my account on my old VPN, and sure as shit, they're like, yeah, you know what, you had it, but now we want more money, so you either update it or you just can't use it. And when I mean you can't use it, I mean it freaking cut all the internet out from my Chrome side. And it was the weirdest thing because we've got Wi-Fi throughout the house, all 3 rooms. You know, we run everything off of Wi-Fi. And we got our main router out here in the living area or computer area. I'll call it that. And, you know, that powers my PC plus everything in those rooms. And I was getting Wi-Fi just fine. But when I was trying to log into anything on Chrome, it was just like, oh, reload, can't find it. Nope, no access here. And I'm like, what the flying fuck? But when I went to like Internet Explorer, because I've also got Internet Explorer on here, it pop up just fine. What do you want? Oh, okay.
I'll do that for you. No problem.
The only problem is I don't use Internet Explorer often enough. I don't have StreamYard or fucking anything really set up over there.
I see, said the flyer.
My phone is always plugged in 24/7. You know what, Benjamin? And that's why I've got so many of these power bank things, because I freaking charge them up pretty much daily. Well, every couple of days maybe. I'll throw them in the windowsill or something, let them get some sun that way. And then, yeah, freaking, you never know when you might need an extra charge.
No problem, John. I'm not going to be on much later either, buddy. I got to get out too. Flint got me up fucking super early in the morning, though.
All right, later on, John. So how's your painting coming along? Did you get the...
I got the one corner painted. I do have to go over and do the second coat. But I did get the one corner painted. The dining room is now painted. I've just got to finish the trim on the top on that, and then that will be done. And then the just one little section of wall in the living room that's painted, and I finally got my pictures up on there, so it doesn't look so dull. My next, I I think the next thing I'm going to have to do, or I want to do, is the actual living room. Once I get that done in the front room, I'm not worried about the hallway. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody just sees those rooms the most. You know, so. You got
Yeah, I
something
kind of
to
see
do?
it now. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Zach.
I don't know what's wrong with my damn dog. When we are out of the living room for 5 fucking minutes, she goes in the kitchen, pop her front paws up on the counter, and then start eating pie and shit.
Peanut butter. Lack of peanut
No, he said pie.
pie. No, but that's what's wrong with her. She wanted peanut butter. She didn't
Oh,
want
God.
pie. She
No.
wanted peanut butter.
That's a weird dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some dogs like sweets. Mine's really not a fan of him, but he likes vegetables, man. Like you throw some old green beans or even like rice in there,
Broccoli.
man. He'll eat that.
Carrots.
Yep.
Like
Carrots.
Clint likes chewing on carrots. Like I'll give him a whole carrot. He'll just chew on it like a bone or a stick. Well,
Yeah, I
he used
try not to give him too much cheese, but
yeah. My mom's dogs like ice cream. They actually make dog ice cream. They're called Frosty Paws down here. They're just these little cups, and it's like, I don't know, I guess it's ice cream for dogs. My mom's like, screw that, I'm just going to give them regular ice cream. Zach, what you drinking on? Jägermeister. I could burn my house down. How? I don't smoke in my house. Go ahead, Zach.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Is that the alcohol sweet tea? Because it's called Firefly. There's a bottle over here in North Carolina. It's Firefly, and it's sweet tea flavored vodka. No, yep, I'm not lying to you. It's called Firefly, and it's sweet tea flavored vodka. That's what we have out here.
oh man, I bet that sells like hotcakes too out there.
Yeah, sometimes you can't keep it on the shelf.
No, and freaking down here.
We
Down
have
here.
to order our house vodka, our well vodka. Our house vodka. We have to order it by the cases because they drink like that many in a weekend. Just in a weekend.
Jeez.
Like that's how much these golfers drink. It's
Good
just
God.
crazy.
And dude, they're probably paying $5 a shot, huh?
$5, dude. You're in Pinehurst, buddy. One of our most expensive shots, I think, is I think it's $57 for a shot of Macallan 18.
Good God. You know what? We need to get together, have a little talk, maybe get a few friends that. Never mind.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Zach.
If I was drinking, you guys would tell.
Oh, yeah.
Because you'd be happier than normal, or
Yeah. He'd be tipsy.
you'd be like,
Wonky shit.
Jimmy.
Okay. Quietly yelling. Okay. Where I'm at in Pinehurst is Richville Golf Central. Okay. But if you go 7 miles down to Southern Pines, it's not that expensive. A beer in Southern Pines, let's say a bottle of domestic Bud Light in Southern Pines, you can get for like maybe $2.75 at the bar in Southern Pines. Now you go to Pinehurst and you get that same domestic beer at a certain, place in Pinehurst, a certain bar, you're probably paying anywhere from $4.25 to $5.
Yeah.
Just for the domestic. And that's how big of the price between where I work at and where Southern Pines is.
Hawk?
What's up, Hawk? How you doing, brother? I mean, it's just outrageous. Like I said, Macallan's 18 is like $57 for a glass. Just a small little. Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Zach? You got something to
Just
say?
finished working.
Hey, hold on. Let's Zach got.
I'm giggler than fuck.
No, people here. Okay.
You just get done working, you said, Hawk?
Yeah. Started at 4 a.m. this morning.
Yep.
It's 11:35 my time.
Yeah. Wow.
Good evening, everybody.
What's up, Hawk?
Yeah. It's,
I'm
waiting on quietly yelling to get done with her work so that we can go eat.
Hawk is hungry.
Hey, did you get that tractor over there?
Yeah, all done.
Cool.
Really? Okay, you got all the boulders out?
Everything.
Son
Got it all
of a
done.
bitch.
Yeah, they came in with a big truck and lifted that shit up out of the ground. There's a big crane on there. Put some straps on there, lifted that shit up onto a flatbed and hauled them out. They probably sold them. So, hey, you know.
Yeah, this came from rich gold land.
Yeah,
Maybe break it down, you'll find a couple ounces.
The very end of our road, there's a gravel pit down there, and that's the direction that they turned. So I have a feeling they took them down to the gravel pit.
Yeah,
crushed them up.
Yep, they'll be in somebody's yard within a week.
Yep.
Oh no! Well, yeah, it'll be gravel though. I think I don't think it'll be big, huge rocks.
No, yeah, that's what I'm. Well, you never know. I mean, some people like those shaped rocks too. I mean, I know it's usually for like slate, big chunks of slate and stuff like that. People will come out and they'll spend high dollar on that shit. I worked at one temporarily, and man, those things. They were beautiful, but they were fucking heavy and expensive as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get some fucking, 200-pound river rock. Some people like those, believe it or not. It's kind of it's like drinking, it's an acquired taste.
Speaking of acquired taste.
Right.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah. I'll tell you what. We're only 2 days. We're only 2 days into the week, and I feel like I've worked a week already.
Feels like a one-legged cat trying to bury turds on a frozen pond.
There you go.
We average about $60 or 60 hours a week each. Right around 60 to 70 hours.
For a second there, I thought you were going to do millennial math and you were going to say 60 hours a day.
Might as well. Oh, that reminds me.
We do 60 hours a day here.
We
felt like 60 hours. Shit.
We redid the puppies today. I gotta go. I gotta go turn them on. Yeah, let me go. Let me go take care of that. Hang on. I'll be right back.
What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, I just graduated high school and we do 60 hours a day here. 60 hours a day. You just graduated high school? What the hell high school did you graduate from? And why did they let you graduate? They're the type of people that are like, what if CAT really spelled dog?
No, man. I need
Alexis, I don't need to get high. Just watch y'all.
No, I need to talk to my friend's son, or my son's friend. Man, holy crap! If him and his dad are growing this stuff, holy shit!
I do sleepwalk and smoke, and I eat and do all types of shit.
Do you?
Hell yeah, I do. Oh my gosh. My mom's seen me do it. But see, I don't smoke in my house anymore. So, like, I know that all my ashtrays are outside.
All right. So when you sleepwalk, I'm going to ask you. I don't know how much you know about your own condition, but like, do you do it like if you try and go to bed too early, maybe, and you're just not quite that tired, or do you usually you can like pass out and you'll still do it?
Both. I can pass out and do it, or I can go to bed at like a normal time and do it. Like, good example is when Mom would come over to my house when I was in my new house, and she would stay for like a week for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, and she'd stay for a week. She would literally watch me, and she would literally watch me, like, you know, wake up, or not wake up, but with my eyes closed, like go to the kitchen, pull out a freaking bowl, and start pouring cereal and shit while I'm sleeping the whole time, smoking a cigarette, and she would sit there and watch me do it and eat, and then just walk away. My mom told me that when I was a kid that I used to walk outside going to the school bus at like early in the morning, sleepwalking.
No, look at that dog.
She would have to turn me around. And like,
white German Shepherd. That is.
I know. I love that white German Shepherd. He is so.
He's just sitting there like, yeah, what? Oh, Dad, come here. Where are you going, Dad?
Where are you going? What are you doing? But yeah, when I was little, when I was, you know, younger, my mom said that I would walk out the front door sleepwalking, and she would have to turn me back in and like walk me back to my bedroom. Like, so I've been doing it since I was a kid, sleepwalking and shit.
Gabriel's looking good.
Oh yeah, they're all getting big. Goliath is huge. I'm like, wow, that dog.
I love that white one. That white one is just.
Yeah, everybody likes him. I even had somebody offer me as high as $5,000 today.
Wow.
Nope, not for sale.
That
dude, that's like fucking super rare. What are those? 1 in 5,000? 1 in 10,000?
Well, it's 1 in 300 in the recessive gene. 1 in 5,000 if you are
none.
If there's no recessive gene, it's just a freak accident. And in most cases,
okay. So now that you've got him, you can mate him, and you've got 1 in 300.
The ability, yeah, it's you have the ability,
and then you could sell those pups for 5,000. Yeah.
And if both parents have the recessive gene, then you have the ability to produce more and more of a single color. So. Yeah, but they got some running around room now. You know, now that they got their legs under them, we took that wooden box out of there and put a couple more beds in there. And they started on puppy food last night.
Cool.
So it's puppy food mixed with milk. Yeah, he's a boy. His name is Gabriel.
He's well, they're all doing good. They're all doing cool. I mean, look like they're doing great, man.
Except for Goliath, he eats so damn much he sleeps half the time. I'm not kidding. He was the first large pup, and I mean, just monstrous. It's like probably, I'd say 2.5 to 3 pounds heavier than any of the other pups.
Wow.
He's gonna be huge.
Hey, do any of them try and go out the doggy door yet, or do you have it blocked off?
No, that's blocked off because the other pups are on the other side of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's still 5 of the ones that were born on Easter.
When are you gonna introduce them, or do you introduce them?
Actually, once the 3 that are being sold are gone, at that time there, I'll be able to lift up that gate, and they'll come in and they'll start teaching the puppies to go outside to go to the bathroom. So, and it'll be, you know, it takes about a week for them to get used to it. But the big pups will walk them out. They'll stop them from going to the bathroom inside and walk them outside.
Wow.
And yeah, they teach each other, you know, it's the idea of
symbiotic relationship. Yep.
Yeah, that natural. Yeah. And it's
we don't want you to shit here. None of us want to shit where we eat. I mean, you know, we come over here to eat our bones, not smell our shit.
Yeah. And the worst thing is Mom won't let me clean in the pen. Okay. The mothers, okay. So a lot of people, they separate the pups from Mom too quick. You know, and everybody kind of thinks it's gross, but Mom eats that poop She eats that poop for a reason.
Yeah,
There is, there
Yes,
are
I know
more
that.
proteins. There are more proteins in that poop than there is just in the food by itself.
That's
Yep.
what
She gets all of that protein back and the other nutrients that she gets from that. So she'll start stocking up, but it's gotten to the point where her nipples are getting a little bit too much.
Tender, too sore. Yeah.
Yep. So she
maybe
waits.
time to go ahead and get her fixed, huh?
Well, this is her first litter. So this is Lucy's first litter.
Okay.
So she'll get
I thought you were talking about your older one.
Oh yeah, Cuvée. I don't think her and Jilly Bean will be having any more pups. I'm pretty sure I'll have them fixed here pretty quick. And Baron, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with him yet. If I'm gonna if I'm gonna have. Okay, understand this boy's only got one nut. One of his siblings chewed off his other nut when he was a puppy.
Poor guy.
Okay, so he's got one nut, but one nut that put out 13 puppies.
He's got a strong nut.
Imagine if he had both of them.
No fun.
How many of them damn puppies would have? We'd have had 18 litter.
Man, you never know where Dangerous Freedom Chat's gonna go. We were just talking about poop. Now we're talking about nuts getting bit off. Never know.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Where that poop's concerned, it may sound gross, but let me tell you something. It doesn't matter what type of animal it is on this planet.
And put some hot sauce on it.
Yep. All of the mothers do the same thing. They don't want
that shit on shit.
Yeah. And and they can be pretty aggressive with you if you go in there and clean too early.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm not kidding. Jess has gone in there to clean up and had, the mom growling at her.
Wow.
Tell her, don't touch that. Don't you touch that. I'll take care of that. Don't you worry. You go ahead and get on out of here. You know, if you ain't bringing food in here, other than that, and it's not to be mean. It's not to be mean to Jess. It's that, that's the nature of the animal, the nature of the beast. And we have to let them, we have to let mom do
instincts.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Mother's instincts, man. You don't want to get in the way of that because mothers will kill you.
It was like, everybody sat there and watched all those pups be born, and Jess delivered each and every single one of them, was petting the mama and everything. Well, 2 days later, when Jess came in to see the pups, mama was growling at her. It's like, okay, yeah, you might have helped me give birth, but stay away from my puppies.
Those are my babies. Yeah, get away from my baby.
It's just a natural order of things. You got to kind of, you can't take it personal. You just got to, kind of just let mom do her thing. She's going to tell you when she's ready for, to give up on cleaning up after them herself. It's, but the biggest thing is getting those nutrients and that protein back in her to restabilize her health, so that and
dogs are good about that, man.
Yep.
Like Rottweilers the same way. Most pit bulls are pretty good about that. Yeah, I've never been a breeder like that, but as far as raising dogs and having offspring from dogs, yeah. I know what you're talking about, and sometimes you lose part of the litter. Man, we lost one litter completely to parvo. There was like 7 pups, Rottweiler pups, and they were born healthy enough, and then after not even a week, they started getting sick, and we took them to the vet. When we finally found out it was parvo, it's like, well, what do we do? And it's like, well, you can bring them all in, but if they've already all got it and they're already just young pups, probably not going to help. It might help on the older ones, but not on the younger
See,
ones.
we give them a 5-in-1 out here on the farm, so they get their parvo shots regularly.
When do you
every 30 days. They only have to be 2 weeks old to give them the parvo shots.
Okay, and these
Yeah.
guys didn't even make it 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. So, you know, and
It
you know,
sucked. Yeah, it was very sad for all of us. I mean, you know, especially my brother-in-law at the time. It was his dog that had the puppies all die, but at least he didn't lose his Duchess. She made it through it. She was old enough we could get her the shot. We gave it to her just in case.
it was kind of hilarious before one of the puppies realized a little too late that it could run and it smashed itself right into the wall. It was, I'm telling you, when the puppies first got set
Hey,
free,
Michelle.
it was like watching bumper cars. You know, it was you know,
Well,
going to the carnival and watching the bumper cars.
it's like funny because just yesterday Flint figured out, or well, he finally found out the sprayer nozzle of the hose when you use the hose. So today when I was using the hose, he's chasing the damn hose all over the place, you know, the nozzle and everything. He's not even 5 months old yet, and he's almost like 40. I mean,
All
you
right,
see,
Veritas.
Oh, right on.
Great, so.
Yeah. It's I've seen quite a few real good pet owners bring their dogs back from parvo. You know, and it boils down to, you know, you can go right down to Wilco or Tractor Supply, the big farm stores like that sell the huge Purina products and stuff. You can get all the vaccines that you need for your dog. You can get all of them. The only thing you can't get there is the rabies shot. That has to be done by a vet.
Yep, so
You know, yeah, and let me tell you, it's another thing that's, you know, that a lot of people don't know. If you take your dog in every single year to get rabies shots, more than likely your dog by the time he's 8 years old will die from cancer. Don't do it every year. Get the first shot and then get the second shot the second year. And then at the same time, tell your vet that you want a 3-year paperwork, and you take that into your city. You get your license for the 3 years for the dog, and you know, and it's not until that 3-year period is up.
Okay, call me a non-vaxxer or whatever. I mean, I know when my sister got him. You know, when he was when I first picked him up as a stray, I took him to my sister's because she was actually gonna. He was supposed to be her dog, but the dog fell in love with me first. Anyways, so she went ahead and she got him all vaxxed up or whatever, and after that, it's like, let's see, you know, I don't take him back there to get his yearly rabies shot. And now that you said that, it's like, well, he stays in my backyard and in my house. What are the chances of him getting fucking rabies when my yard is completely sealed off?
Well, do you have raccoons, coyotes, or squirrels?
No. We got scorpions, cockroaches, and flies.
Oh, then you're pretty much good to go then. You
That's
know,
what I figured.
but
Yeah.
you know, out on a farm like I am, we've got the coyotes, we got the big cats that come through here. One of the neighbors was saying they were down by the water hole, and you know, seen them big tracks that I've been telling him about for the last year. And he was shitting himself the whole time he was out there by that water hole because he felt like he was being watched. And
right.
Yeah.
Like, come at me. Come at me.
It's I told him just, you know, take a pot in a pan out there with him, or a pot and a big spoon or something like that.
Shotgun.
You know, have something to, you know.
Shotgun got a good spread. You be able to hit that cat with one of them pellets.
Yeah. It's
hopefully, unless you choose chicken shit and drop the gun.
But he carries everywhere he goes. So
yeah. So anyways, okay, so yeah, I've got like a 30-foot pine tree, and I've never seen a squirrel in it. We do have coyotes, but they're up north further. They don't. I mean, rarely do they even make their way down here, and when they do, they're too afraid because of the too much civilian life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you're in a city, you don't have as much to worry about coyotes.
Yeah,
and he's out where I am. Coyotes would hop these fences. We got a 6-foot high fence, you know, on one section of the farm, And you can see where they came up over the top of it. But
Yeah.
with all the dogs that we have here, yeah,
nuts.
they don't stick around. They're out of here quick.
Well, dude, my sister, she lives in a cul-de-sac up north, and they live close enough to the orchards because that's where the coyotes like to hang out in the orange groves, and so they'll, you know, late at night when it cools down, they'll come out and they'll go hunting, and they'll come down to the suburbs close by where my sister lives, and some of those people down there already have chickens and shit growing, making pre. Yeah, they have livestock in their backyard, and these fuckers, we're talking a 6-foot block wall fence, and a coyote will still scale that.
Yep.
And my sister asked me, she's like, okay, so what if I've got, say, my dog Charlie in the backyard? He's a little Jack Russell, not even one of the taller ones. He's a itty bitty little thing. And anyways, and she's like, what do I do if I see a coyote? I was like, well, get your 9mm and shoot at it. And she's like, what about the neighbors? I was like, don't shoot above the block wall fence. You shoot below it, you'll be fine. Uh-oh. Sounds like you might got a customer. Maybe you got another. Yep. Maybe you'll get a matching shoe this time.
Hey, or another set of boxers.
God forbid you ever have a naked trespasser. They'll be bringing home a treat for you, but yeah. I mean, a shoe or boxers is one thing, but yeah. Bushido. Oh my God. Bushido? Oh God, Bushido. You sick son of a bitch. Can you bang a drum on it?
Big old balloon knots.
Yeah, 12B. You know, I got some cats that brought in some kill before. And actually, not always a kill, man. They brought in a live dove one time.
Apricot pineapple jam.
You know, I when they brought in the live dove, you know, I petted him on the head, and I was like, good boy. But, I mean, the thing was too small. It was an itty-bitty baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now, if he was a full-grown adult, then, yeah, I probably would have ripped his head off and, you know, tore him inside out and cooked him.
Hell
and
yeah.
then I probably would have fed him to the cats.
Yeah.
You know, but come on, how much do you want to spoil your pet, man? If you do it very often, they're gonna start expecting it, and then it's like,
yeah, look at mine.
They won't do what you want them to when you need them to. You know, can't have that. Just like with my fucking cat Jenna tonight, man, she was flipping out, and she's the one that, like, seriously, if it comes in here, she's probably gonna kill it. But at the same time, she's a total sweetheart too. Maybe she's bipolar. Is there such a thing as cats being bipolar?
Probably. Nowadays.
Maybe she's pissed because I keep calling her, and she wants to be called him, they.
Back corners, you really had a bear? Fuck that. Hell no. No, man. I can't be dealing with no damn bat in my house neither. That's when I wish I had a tennis racket.
Oh man, I had a buddy one time that he forgot to shut it. He left his back screen open, and then the door to his inside house, he forgot to shut it all the way, and frickin' all of a sudden he gets alerted by because he's got a security camera system in and outside the house. And I'll be damned, there's a fucking bear in his kitchen going through his cabinets and shit. He goes out there. He goes out there with a gun. He didn't end up shooting it. He just yelled at it, and it fucking, as soon as it saw him, and the lights came on and shit, and the bear freaked out. It was like, oh shit, time to get out of here. Yeah, but he was ready with the 12 splatter gun. just in case that bear decided, he was gonna fight for that food. You know, it's the same with humans. You never know what a human is willing to go through to get that extra can of food.
Yep.
Now, usually a 12 gauge pointed at your dome is enough to distract most people.
Usually.
Bear, I don't know.
Some people are just stupid.
Yeah, cats are natural born killers, Phoenix. What are you talking about? The only reason they don't usually kill their owner, and I say don't usually because it is a rare situation that they do. Sometimes they do it without even knowing it. Like somebody gets a cat scratch. I mean, if you ever watch like House or anything like that, fucking cat scratch can lead up in sepsis and all kinds of shit if you're not careful. But then again, I guess so is stepping on a rusty nail. God knows I've done that more than a few times. I've only gotten one tetanus shot that I know of in my life.
Yeah, I hear you there. I just got a good immune system.
You know, maybe the drugs are making something. Maybe the drugs are what's making our fucking society weak. Maybe we shouldn't have a polio vaccine. Maybe we shouldn't have all that shit. People survived through it back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, there's a, you think about what Bill Gates did to India with the polio shot. I think it was 58,000 people were affected by it. 50, and I think that's a low number. But he's you want to talk about crimes against humanity? It's just it's that simple. To intentionally cause harm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Intentionally. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. War criminal. Hell, I think Fauci should be up on charges too. That's a bitch.
Yep. He created the AIDS virus.
Yes, he did.
So,
and I think China needs to be held responsible for a big chunk of this because we know without them, we wouldn't be going. Well, actually, we could look more at our own deep state than even China on this one because they're the ones going along with this shit. They're the reason we've got an imposter in fucking office. There's just too many moving parts, and the government has gotten to the point where they feel like, hey, we're emboldened. You know what? You guys have to do what we say, and if you don't, we're going to send our little police or whatever out there, and we'll get you. And it's like, dude, right now there's so many of us out here saying the same fucking thing I am. You really think they're going to be able to get us all? Hell no.
Zach, you look like I looked the last night that I drank tequila.
It's totally unconstitutional to come after somebody for something they fucking said. So if they already broke the First Amendment, hey, that's all I can say. Don't want to break that first one because you don't want the second one.
Go ahead, Zach. What you got, brother?
Get it in high velocity exchanges.
Oh, he ain't got nothing to say.
No, I was telling Zach he looked like me on the last night that I drank tequila.
Wait, take a selfie.
I did not. No, I didn't see Russell J. Gould's last video.
Yeah, what's up, Aaron? Hey, Magic.
Magic Angel.
Pretty sure your dog would eat you.
He did one 2 weeks ago. Well, he did. Okay, he did one a week ago. Martial law, blood feud. And then he. Thank you for sharing.
That tasted like Skittles.
And then today he posted one 2 hours ago. Bounty seekers with the quantum banking system launch. So I might have to hop off here and watch these. And by the way, he gives you the copyright claim in order to play this stuff on your podcast on his page. If you click on any of his videos and go to him, copy the fair use claim that he puts in there, and the copyright claim that he puts in there, and dare YouTube to take it down. YouTube to take it down. I am not kidding. Oh yeah, it's this guy. He talks about everything, and he's never ever had his channel told
this guy. No, I haven't heard him before. Somebody?
He's our postmaster. He's the U.S. postmaster. He's the one that owns the right to our American flag.
Yeah, he holds the Title IV. He holds our Title IV flag, and he's the Postmaster General of the world, not just the United States.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Easiest way to put it is that guy could decide to make Canada and the United States one country, and guess what? It wouldn't matter what we said. It wouldn't matter what the Canadians said. It would be one country. He could do the same thing with Mexico. But
he's got that much power. Then why isn't Trump in office?
Because we haven't actually had a legitimate president since 1999 when he filed the Title IV flag. At that point there, the United States corporation ceased to exist during that bankruptcy, or at the end of that bankruptcy. So the idea of it is that we've been living political theater since 1999. So for 22 years, we've been living theater. You've been watching a movie for the last 22 years, people. I know that sounds weird, but it's a long freaking movie. And this one that we're watching right now needs to come to an end.
Fuck yeah, dude. And what a shitty ending.
And it better have a kick-ass good ending, I'll tell you that.
Dude. Yeah. Not in our lifetime, brother. Yeah. Now, what happens if we can raise our kids right, like you're doing, like I'm doing? I know you've got one with blue hair or purple or whatever color, but she's not afraid to pick up a rifle and shoot it.
She's been Antifa'd. That's what we call that. But she's been Antifa.
But she's not afraid to pick up a rifle and fucking use it, right?
Well, is it a big barn or a little barn?
Better make sure it's a 12 gauge then.
She's in chat right now. Shit.
Oh shit.
She says, "I love my hair." Yeah, but I'm pretty sure.
But I'm not trying to knock your shoot. Not quietly. I'm not trying to knock any of your shooting skills, but might be time to go ahead and pick up Dad's old rifle and go out there with the old man. Make sure he gets out there and teaches you a few pointers.
I think she might hit the broadside of a barn.
Hell, if you could put up a miniature of you.
No, it'd have to be a really big barn. It'd have to be a really, really big barn. It's funny. She's Jess, how old are you? 30 what now? And she's only had her driver's license for 2 years.
Jeez.
She's been living in Portland for years and years and years. And she had absolutely no reason to get her license. Because mass transit, they got the metro or the max trains, and they have a killer busing system. When I'm in Portland, I take the max trains. I use the buses instead of driving a car. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Why burn up all your gas?
Yeah. She was raised that if you pick up a gun, you got to shoot it. You better shoot it. Well, now I don't know about that, man. Sometimes just showing your gun is enough to make people just stop, but you got to be prepared for however the reaction happens. You got to be prepared for they come at you if they start running.
Yeah. She, I drove myself to the hospital with pneumonia, 2.5 gallons of liquid in my lungs.
Wow.
And this girl rode in the car with me, okay, with a towel, holding a towel up underneath my chin, and liquid was pouring out of my mouth.
Wow.
I mean, just pouring. It was like somebody turned on a flipping water faucet, and it wasn't a drip, okay. And it was after I walked into the, I had my dog in the car at the time. I had Mirda. She was a dog, a German Shepherd that belonged to a Saudi prince. It was a kidnapped dog. A bunch of college students that were coming to Portland State University from Saudi were pissed off at this guy because he didn't take care of the village that they lived in. He didn't support the kids or anything like that. These kids are
how are we going? You were talking about.
Hang on.
Okay, all right.
So what ended up happening was they kidnapped the dog and they brought it with them to Portland State University. Okay. Well, the guards and the dorm or the house manager or whatever you call it found out about the dog, and they said, "You got to get that out of here." So they came and they dropped the dog off with me, and so I had her for about a week, and Jess had to take care of that dog, not knowing anything about it. Okay, for the whole time that I was in the hospital. Okay, and she'll tell you, she'll tell you. But so we get to the hospital, and I said, "Okay, you take the car and you go home, and take Mirda with you." I says, "They're not going to let her in the hospital room with me," and she's like, "I don't have a driver's license," and I was like, "Okay, so just take the car and go home." She's, "I've never drove before," and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "No, you need to get your license, girl." And at that point there, she's, she didn't want to ride with me, or she didn't want me to ride with her while she was learning to drive. One of my friends would take her, and somebody who has
all right. I got to address this.
Great patience.
Okay, so Rip Curl, I'm not saying to pull your weapon out to intimidate anybody. I'm saying if you are in a situation to where you're possibly going to have to use your firearm, or most likely going to have to use your firearm, you're seeing somebody assaulting somebody, there is nothing wrong with pulling your firearm out and saying, "Freeze, I called the police," and stop, drop the knife, whatever you got to say. I'm not saying to intimidate, dude. You don't just pull your gun out willy-nilly because some dude look at you cross-eyed. So, but I'm saying if you see you see a fucking real life or death fight, somebody's on the ground getting pummeled and they're not stopping, well, that's life or death situation right there. And you have the right to pull your firearm out there. At least down here in Arizona, we do. Hell, man, whether it's a cop or a citizen, it doesn't matter. If you see something going down like that, they actually, the police down here will actually hail you if you do the right thing. But I'm just saying, when you look at statistics, the statistics of more firearm or more criminal activities, violent or otherwise, being prevented is by the brandishing of a weapon. Just the fact that there's one there, whether it be a cop, because cops, I mean, you see a cop, he's got a gun or two, and so like places like Arizona and a lot of these other constitutional states, and you don't know who's got a gun.
All right, I gotta go distract these puppies so Mama can get in there. I'll be right back.
And dude, it makes for a safer environment. But when you do see somebody, like we've had situations where say there was a drive-by and somebody comes out and ends up being able to shoot the car and nick the driver, and they ended up catching everybody. And the guy that shot him, I mean, he wasn't like given a police medal or anything fancy like that, but in the neighborhood, he was a local hero, because these guys came around and injured, a few of their people. He ended up shooting the guy back and getting the rest of them fucking busted for being fucking punk ass gangs, So, you never know when that innocent gun owning citizen is gonna come out, give you a really bad day. So, it's hump day, everybody.
Yep, you get to go around humping things. Right? That's what hump day is, right?
I don't know.
Right, Zach? Hey, Nicole.
More like the hunch on my back.
I hear
Vicious. Yeah, that was your trial at veganism, huh? Oh, yeah, dude, you gotta have meat. Just like seriously. Hey, what's up, Rip?
Hey, it's me, just so you know.
What's up, Rip?
Hey, so let me share a story with you guys, and I get what you're saying. Dangerous. It just wanted to make sure people didn't get the wrong idea of what you were saying.
Gotcha. Yep.
I'll share a story with you. So, good friend of mine, right? Lives in a nice neighborhood, nice home, but it's not too far from downtown, so you get people coming in there and stealing stuff out of cars, right? So he's been broke into so many times, gotten alarm systems. He's actually caught the people in the process a couple times, and once sicked his dog on him, and the guy ran away, and the other time, the guy got away from him because he grabbed a hold of him and got away. But so he decides to buy a firearm, right? And he buys himself a firearm. And so he has alarms set up. So these guys don't even know it. But the second they come onto his property, he knows they're there.
Mm-hmm.
So he hears it go off. This little warning goes off in the middle of the night. And he grabs his handgun and he goes sneaking out there. Now, this guy's got himself like inside that car like you were working on a stereo, because that's what he was doing. He was working on that stereo, right? Had no idea my buddy was there. My buddy comes up, gun out. And at the same time he says, stop what you're doing, he basically comes down with his foot in the guy's basically knee area that was hanging out of the car, right? Effectively slowing him down a bit, right? So the guy hoots and hollers. My buddy backs up. He's got him at gunpoint. And he tells him, don't you move. The police are on their way. And you stay right there, and was trying to give him commands, right? So this is the part that everybody needs to listen to. What happened next is the guy was complying, saying, okay, had his hands up. Okay, don't kill me. And then in a flash, he charges him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, because he's probably within that 21 foot, right?
Yep.
The problem is with the 7 yards, 21 foot, only takes a second to cross that distance.
Yeah.
So he crosses that distance. Now,
Much.
my friend could have pulled the trigger and ended it right there, right? But he didn't. He couldn't. I'm just saying he didn't. I'm just saying for the story, he didn't, because he didn't.
Okay.
So he couldn't pull the trigger. He couldn't commit. The guy grabs him, but the problem is he grabbed a guy that will beat the ever living daylights out of most people. Okay. And he grabs him and he proceeds to give this guy a pistol whipping that turned him so ugly his mom wouldn't have taken him back. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Up beating him senseless. The police finally get there. They clear the situation. That guy has to end up going to the hospital because he hurt him pretty bad, right? The police end up interviewing him, of course. Now, he knows one of the lieutenants, which is fortunate, but so he kind of knows some of the other police. One of the police officers who showed up was somebody who knew him. They questioned him. They took his gun for the time being and made sure everything was clear. And they told him, so he gets to talking with him, and he explained what the situation was and how the guy got himself beat up. And the cops didn't charge him with anything, right? But here's what the cop said to his face. He goes, he asked the cop, he goes, well, would I have been within my rights to pull the trigger at that situation? Because I just couldn't bring myself to do it, right? So the cop told him, well, here's how it would have went. I can't say whether or not that's for a judge and a jury, but we would have absolutely arrested you, and you would have absolutely went to jail.
Well, no, you can expect that.
No,
I mean, even down here,
So let me finish.
you can expect that. But
Yeah.
like, first of all, I've got USCCA. I always carry my USCCA.
Well, and that's really smart, but the story goes on. It gets even worse. So the cop,
All right, so your friend got pistol whipped, or your friend did the pistol whipping?
my friend was the one with the gun holding the guy at gunpoint. The guy was following his commands until the guy charged him. And so because my buddy couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger,
He got pistol whipped.
no, he ended up just beating the guy senseless with his pistol.
Oh, okay. So
so
he
from
used it as a weapon, but without firing it.
Right.
Okay.
Took his
I
finger
got. Okay. All right. Got you.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, because the guy kind of came at him and kind of like tried to tackle him, and so he took his finger out of the trigger guard and then took the butt of it and beat him ugly. So that being said, the cop said, well, we would have arrested you, and you would have probably had to bond out, get an attorney, and this would have all went to court, and it would have been ugly for the next year or two, right? So turns out but he said, so it's a good thing you probably didn't in this case. If he had a gun, it'd be a little bit more, or a weapon, it'd be a little bit more cut and dry. But because he didn't, you probably made the right choice. Now, they arrest the guy. The guy's in jail doing his jail thing. So he's in the hospital for a little while, but he's still arrested. So the guy ends up from jail filing a suit against my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Heard of that?
And here's what happened. So even though he did the right thing, he's totally in the right and everything. Here's what he had to go through. It took 2 years out of his life of this guy making appointments, making discovery, doing this, and then moving them, postponing them. All that time cost my buddy $1,000. And so he would keep making an appointment. My guy would miss work, go in, fight it, they'd postpone. And eventually it did finally get to the point 2 years later. It took 2 years to get to this point.
Yeah, that's a good question, Best. We'll get to that one.
Where they were able to go in and say, look, this guy's just playing games. My client was in the right, and the judge dismissed it. The judge should have just
Okay, all right. So what I got, there's a couple of questions. I'm going to go to Best Life first here. What state was this in?
This is in Oregon.
Okay. And my question would have been, okay, because when you're in a situation like that, a lot of times it'll go to like a grand jury, and the grand jury will decide whether you're even worthy of a criminal jury or not. And if they decide you were totally in self-defense, which I pray to God they do for Kyle, but if they proved you're criminally criminally not liable, then yeah, it makes all civilian cases just that much easier to win. But like you said, it's not cheap.
No, and he said, and it left such a bad taste in his mouth that he had to go through all of that. Because honestly, what happened is the very first time the guy filed the case, the judge should have just thrown it out right from the beginning.
But see, now you also, like you said, you're in Oregon. I'm in Arizona. Right. I mean, if this guy would have came at me,
Well, you got
Now,
to.
granted, if he was trying to steal my radio, be like, I don't care if he's trying to steal my change. I'm not going to go out there and shoot a guy, over stealing a little bit of this or that.
Well, right, but you're still in that position. You know what I mean? Because you went out there, you confronted him.
Yeah,
You said,
exactly. So, in a sense, the DA could try and make you the
right, because
yeah.
if it would have went bad and my buddy wasn't such a proficient fighter, and that guy would have taken that gun, he could have ended up ending.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's
So
what I'm saying. I'm surprised he didn't shoot him. I mean, once he started charging him with or without a weapon, I mean, if the guy was that much bigger, like you were saying, dude, that's the disparity of force right there. I mean, if I got a 6'4" or hell, even a 6'2" guy charging me, yeah, you damn right I'm gonna be fucking scared, because if he does get hold of me, he's probably gonna be able to take my gun after
right,
he punches me in the head a few times.
right. So the lesson to be learned by this is one, like I said, when you unholster that weapon, it's go time.
Yep.
Whether or not you pull it or not, it's still, you better be committed, because at that point it
Yep.
could be against you. Okay, because the guy doesn't know you have it until you pull it.
Absolutely.
Second, never ever get that close. Never ever. He didn't need to go up and kick the guy. He didn't need to do any of that. He could have stayed
Okay,
15 yards away.
dude, I've used this hypothetical many times before, and I'll use it again. Do you have a local grocery mart or other local business that you go to frequent and often,
Well,
and
yeah,
you've gotten to know the employees there,
right.
and you notice one of these employees has a knife or a gun, or being threatened, whether they're reaching across the freaking counter and grabbing them by the collar and being like, hey, give me your freaking money. What are you
Right.
going to do? Are you going to go fucking hide, or are you going to help out this person that you talked to in the prior? And you can tell they're good people. They're just in there doing their shift. They
You
just
want to
want to
know?
get paid and go home.
So that all the training I've done, do you want to know what they say to do?
Just walk away.
No, but no. In a lot of cases, they do say though that it's always good to be, as long as nobody's eminently in danger, it's better to be a good witness than a dead victim, right?
Good point.
But what we were trained to do is, in an altercation like that, use your voice. Like he was in the right by telling him stop what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But it should have went further than that. You basically, when you're at that point, I would have come out, hand would have been on the holster, ready. My forward hand at the forward position, ready.
Why would you wait? Cops don't wait.
Ready for me to draw, and I would have told the guy, because he's inside a car, he has to make movements, lots of movements to even look at me, right?
Well,
So
dude, he's probably got a fucking long bladed screwdriver, whether it be Phillips or flat tip, man.
Well, yeah, let's say
That's a fucking weapon.
we can't see that at this point, but we know he's in there working on the car.
No, he's not working on your car. He's stealing your shit.
Right, I know what I'm
Right,
saying.
that goes back to our original point of the Constitution.
No,
we got the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Somebody's trying to rip me off, I've got the right to go out there and stop their ass.
Well,
it just sucks that in certain areas, like you're saying, I mean, this guy went through 6 years of hell over this whole thing. Like, maybe if he would have had insurance, it could have helped a bit.
It was 2 years of just terrible stuff, and then it cost him $7,000 to basically be found not guilty, which we already knew that was the case. But what I will say is this: what the training would dictate is,
it shouldn't have taken that long.
Stop right there. I'm armed. Do not move. And if they don't follow it, then you can draw the gun up to high ready and say it again. Give him your commands.
Wow. What the fuck? Where are you getting these statistics, man?
No.
All I know is if somebody is fucking trying to steal my car.
No,
wow.
Ron.
Actually, yeah.
The training from facilities like Thunder Ranch.
Okay. Well, why would I get that kind of training?
Farpoint.
I think I'd be better off without it, because then that would give me like a higher responsibility level.
You got to remember, they're trying to do this to give you to make it so that you don't panic, don't get tunnel vision. All of these things are for control. Okay. It doesn't mean that this doesn't all happen in seconds, but things you do. And the reason why is to protect yourself as well. Say there's witnesses, somebody else sees it, your partner who was in bed with you is out there. You want her to be able to say, or witnesses to be able to say exactly what happened. That
Yeah, well, we see it with cops all the time, and
right.
they got a DA up up above them. They're like, oh no, it was totally justified. The guy jumped, the fucking cop jumped in front of the car. Who fucking does that, dude? Who fucking jumps in front of a car thinking they're gonna stop it, and then they use "in fear of my life" as the excuse to shoot them as they're driving by them? I mean,
Right.
like seriously, we're seeing too many cases of police abusing their authority. Are you gonna fucking tell me I'm wrong?
No, I'm not. But what I'm going to say is this: if okay, so the situation, say
You
the
got
guy,
bad cops up there. I'm
say the
sorry.
guy, say the guy had um,
Time to get new.
a screwdriver, right? He turns around, has a screwdriver in his hand. You give him the command, he doesn't do it because you stayed further away. You have time to react. He doesn't listen to your commands. He charges you. Then you could just pull the trigger, and you're probably going to come out of this okay. You're still going to have 2 years or whatever it takes
Yeah.
of bad court stuff. But what I'll say is this: in the situation he was in, what they would have argued in court, and it's a 50-50 in any court you're at, because you never know what juries are going to think. But
You should have shot him in the leg.
no,
Or pinky toe.
you never shoot the wound. But what he would have said is they would have argued
I would have said I was
stayed inside and waited for the
killed,
police
man.
to come.
Man, dude, it was a pistol. I was 15 feet away, man. I thought, I was in the fight or flight, dude, and I was aiming, his midsection. I hit him lower section. I got his leg. I put a tourniquet on it. I didn't want him to bleed out. I don't want him to die, but at the same time, it's like, dude, quit ripping me off, you fucking assholes.
No, I get you there. But there are reasons why you do some of these things. Like
Yeah, there's reasons why, like you said, just avoid them.
right,
You gotta do your best to avoid them.
the most important thing to remember if you're ever within a shooting is after it's done and the police are there doing their thing, right? They've cleared the situation. You shot an obvious bad guy, right? But even if you think to yourself in your head that you're 100% a good shoot, right? You say nothing.
No.
Not one thing. You
No,
can give you give them your name and your basic information, but as far as when they ask you what is going on, just say, you know what? I just took a person's life. I don't feel well. I need to go to the doctor. And then they'll take
you just come on. You need to go to the doctor. No, you just tell them I'm exercising my Fifth Amendment right to shut the fuck up till I get to a lawyer because this is a severe incident.
I get that, and that's the kind
make it simple.
It also gives you time. You just say, look, I'm not in the condition to speak. I'm not going to until I have an attorney. I don't feel well. I need to get in an ambulance and go to the hospital. That gives you time to get your attorney in order, get your attorney there, and they won't question you and all of that. It's just a tactic because the only thing, the police aren't there for you or against you. They don't care one way or another. They're there just to gather.
Okay, now I figured it out.
Yeah, they're just there to gather information.
Now I figured it out, dude. I'm gonna have to have somebody else because I've got USCCA emergency in my contact list. So, like, seriously, they're gonna. If I'm by myself, maybe I'll call 911. But if I'm not, I'll have somebody else call 911 while I'm dialing my USCCA.
Yeah, because the biggest mistake most people make is trying to talk too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, this guy came in, did this, did that, I did this and that, and yeah, you're just burying yourself at that point. Yeah.
Right. You say nothing.
No. Like, man, I was scared as shit. And I'm not saying anything else till I talk to my lawyer.
Yeah, and the only reason I shared the whole thing about the doctor thing is because they won't stop.
And you're probably, what you said there, Rip, wasn't a bad idea. Because after an incident like that, dude, you're fucking, your adrenaline and everything is pumping. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to go see a doctor.
Right. Well, what that does is it gives time. They'll have to take you
to
there.
Calm down, and maybe your lawyer can meet you at the hospital instead
That's right.
of the police. Yeah.
Right. So, And they will argue that too, and it also gives you, because most people don't realize that all the nuances that they have convicted innocent people over, like
Mm-hmm.
ammunition or customized guns. I mean, they will use all that against you, saying you designed that with the intent to be a more efficient killing tool because you
Yeah.
are exposed.
Wow. Oh man, Rip, you heard? Did you guys hear about the one? There were 3 or 4 guys at a motel, and they went in there with like 12 or 13 rifles and long guns and over 1,000 rounds of ammo. And the fucking cops, well, I should say, one of the other people in the place noticed them walking around with the rifles, which inside a motel, probably not the wisest idea. I mean, it does not give a good optic. If you got a carrying case and you're carrying your rifle out, you're carrying your ammo out, that's fucking one thing. But when you got the thing strapped over you, I mean,
Well, you have to use
it,
common sense.
it does kind of make for bad optics. But at the same time, you might go to a different motel in a different part of an area, like in Alabama, and they would be like, why ain't you got a rifle on you? Why ain't you got a gun on you? What are you not from around here or what? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Why everybody carries a gun down here? What the fuck are you doing?
Zach's got something to say.
Well, hey family, I'm going to go to bed. I love you all.
Good night, Zach.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Some areas.
Yeah, I didn't get to say much, and I don't mean to be rude, but Zach's going to bed, and I wanted to say goodnight to Zach real quick. I love you, brother, and we're working that out. I just found out that I've got 4 tents. I don't think I've ever used them, so yeah. And Zach, you can sleep in the van. Anyway.
Is it down by the river?
Actually, not too far away.
Alright.
Alright. Love you, Zach.
Good night, young man. Get some rest.
Yeah, so, a lot of it depends on the cop that shows up. And it also depends on, oh God, it depends on so many things. I mean, are you a fine, upstanding part of society, or a leech? Or, I mean, if I was involved in one.
This, before things got all messed up, travel, all
Ricky.
states.
Somebody's got an air conditioner or something.
Sorry.
I
I'll
got your
fix that.
air conditioner, bro.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Thank you.
Yeah, I used to go to all kinds of states to go shooting, and I would get on airplanes with my pistols, not in the carry-on, but in my check-in, and rifles and boxes of ammo and everything's never, ever, ever a problem. Used to drive to places, go in and out of hotels and stuff. I mean, I didn't do them. They were all in cases, but, I would go in and out. Didn't even think to ask for any kind of permission, but things have gotten irrational.
Mm-hmm. And what's the timeline you're talking about? 4 years? 8 years?
About 8 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds about right. It's about the last time I flew. Actually, no, it's been longer than that. I don't think I've flown since, about 2010. Maybe 10, 12 years.
So you know that cat that keeps coming around? Right?
The cat?
Yeah, it's decided to stay. It's sitting on my chest right now.
Well,
It tried to come in the house the other day too. And of course, we fed it a couple times because it was looking a little skinny. So now she's wanting to make it home.
good for you. What's her name?
I just call her Mau Mau.
Really?
Yeah,
Come on.
just Mau Mau Kitty.
For now. All right. Good. And she's brand new to the household. Give her a little bit of time. You don't have to name them right away.
Yeah, well, the dog they met each other for the first time. I was holding the cat and somebody else was holding the dog, and they kind of looked at each other and did a little sniffing, and so it was better than their last meeting.
Tasha.
So super cool cat though.
Yeah. Dude, They're totally out there. Trust me, I got quite a few of them.
Is it yellow cat?
No, it's a gray tabby.
Right on. Our first cat, one of our first cats, I should say, that just showed up on the property and moved in. It was a yellow cat, and it was always meowing, and we named her Meow Meow. She lived with us probably. Was it a he? My wife says it was he.
Our first original cat,
Our first original cat.
Sam, that you got for me.
Oh yeah, right.
Sam.
Okay. So anyway, Meow Meow, we named him Meow Meow, and like I say, he. Phew, gotta rearrange that. He lived with us, 17 years?
Yeah. We haven't seen him for 17 years.
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
was a male, and he took off.
so I thought I'd throw that at you because that's a great story about the cat.
Oh yeah, just I've never been much of a cat person, but we have plenty of wild cats around here, and even though we live in the city limits, we've got about 4 or 5 strays. Like some of them are just outdoor cats of other people's, and then there's probably a couple true strays. But this cat just in great shape, healthy. It probably belongs to somebody else, but it roams. From what we can gather, it roams the neighborhood, and 3 or 4 other people have seen it, and it comes and visits them. So either it's just a really good shape young cat, or it's somebody's cat who's decided to get treated well enough at home. I don't know, but we have a thing in the we have that Facebook neighborhood thing.
Yeah.
Which it's amazing. We've found like 3 dogs before in the middle of the road, put them on there, and within an hour have found their home. Pretty cool.
Yes. Yeah.
And
If I
nobody
may.
claiming the cat, so I'm just figure it can stick around if it wants.
Yeah. Yeah, and if nobody comes to claim it, then it's yours.
Yeah.
Well,
You know
cats
what they
pick their
say:
owners.
if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, then it's yours. But I mean, if this cat is wanting to make you home, if she's laying on your freaking belly right now, I'd say she wants to make you home, dude.
Right.
So
Yeah. The other
I'd nudge away from that, dude. It's not often that you find a pet that is that close to you.
Yeah, the other strays don't like they just scatter.
They'll let you pet them.
This-
Jenna, like the crazy gray one that I've got, the one that was freaking out earlier. She's getting a lot more mellow because she was born feral. She was born from a feral mother. The mother since she was semi-domesticated, I guess. She was kind of an inside-outside cat, but the kittens that were born obviously from a feral father, and I mean the males still hang outside. Like they'll come in maybe every couple of nights to come in, eat some of the food inside, and then they just jump right back out the doggy door and they're back in the wind.
Right.
Some of them disappear for months at a time. But as far as my household cats, I got my Ramses, my big white one, my old man, as I call him. He's
The old dog.
yeah, he's old. And then Jenna, the crazy one, and she's mellowing down. And then I got Smokey, who is the one that's always up my ass. She's like too domesticated. She always wants to be next to me or near me or on me or.
Right.
It's like, God, I just, it's like, look, I try and roll over out of bed and I realize she's right there. So I try and move so I don't fucking roll over on top of her. The next thing I know, I bang my fucking, my knee on the fucking coffee table or my end table. I'm like, fuck. So now I got a scratch from my end table and not my cat. Next time I'll just roll over on her. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So if I may, real quick about the cats. Cats pick their owners. Now, you got to understand there's a lot of people that are very irresponsible about cats. People in the vicinity around here, they'll just pick up and move and leave their cats.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't buy that. I don't believe in that
up.
shit.
No. And
I got to go eat dinner.
what do you
Okay,
got?
Yeah, I'll
Hawk,
catch
I
you guys
love
in
you,
a bit.
brother.
All right,
I'll
leave the
probably pop
puppies
back
up.
on if you
Yeah,
guys
leave
are.
the
Yeah.
puppies up.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I'll leave them up, and if I'm up for it after I get done eating, I'll head back in.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to see if
All right.
Gabriel comes back in.
Yeah, leave my white
Gabriel.
one up.
Gabriel's laying down.
Well,
He's right
so
next to
white
those
and
two black
famous,
puppies.
dude.
Yeah, it's funny, huh?
Gabriel will reply to his
Oh,
mom.
there he is, right there. I see his little
Yeah, he's
snout.
right there, and he's gonna reply to his mommy's voice because Gabriel is my goal. My goal is Gabriel. That's my gig.
Yeah,
GI.
whatever. Dude,
Goal
Hawk
one's
already
is
Gabriel?
said.
Gabriel.
Hawk already said. You know what? He ain't giving her up. I don't
I
know.
know him to him, and I know he did say that, but that dog, I'm telling you, I could take Gabriel to go breed with some of his females so that he could try to get other white ones, but I could just keep that beautiful anomaly of nature.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good luck. You know, that's all I could say about that, dude. That is once, well, like you said, 3,000. 1 in 3,000 chance that happens. So,
Yep.
Which
Yeah,
one's
that-
Gabriel?
but you know what? Hey, you know what? You're close enough. You can always go and visit, or maybe move.
Gabriel's the white one.
Yeah, the
Oh.
pure white one. Yep.
Okay,
It's
got
not that I'm all about trying to grab a white one. It's just that it's a very, very rare color to get
I
from
mean,
a
don't say bye to Hawk.
it. You're
Just say,
racist.
see you
well,
later.
exactly. I'm trying to say I'm not being racist. It's very rare for that anomaly to happen
Yes.
in a litter of German shepherds, for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, when I was raising a lot of sugar gliders,
Awesome.
a couple mated pairs that would
What
throw
about a round eye?
albinos. But they're not true albinos. They're what they call lucidic because their eyes aren't red.
Mm.
See, if the eyes aren't red, like if that German Shepherd had red eyes, that would be an absolute true albino.
Hmm.
Yes. Almost
because
like a albino raccoon.
Right. But if it has colored eyes, depending on what color they are too, depends on what kind of lucidic albino they still use the word albino, but lucidic white animal it is. Yeah, they were pretty little shits, but pretty.
Yep.
I don't know. I've got a Turkish Angora myself.
I'm holding
The
out
cat?
for a blue.
Turkish Angora.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's right here.
Long hair, real long hair, beautiful hair.
That used to be real long. Come here.
I got a lot of pussy at my house.
Oh, come
Just
on.
saying.
Oh,
I'm holding out for a blue Frenchie.
Ooh,
Now,
blue French.
granted, now this guy, this is the old man. This is Ramsey.
Full screen.
I've had-
There you go.
Oh
had-
wow.
Come on.
Focus.
What? Say hello to everybody.
Focus.
Hi,
Give us the
Ramsey.
focus. There we go.
Hi, Ramsey.
So pretty.
Hi, Ramsey. Hi, buddy. What you doing, yo dog?
Oh my gosh. Look
He's
at
like,
that.
Dad, I fucking hate you. Get me off of this fucking screen.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
So, Dangerous, did you hear the response? Remember how we were talking yesterday about what China told Japan?
No.
That China told Japan that if they interfered with China reincorporating Taiwan, they were going to start with bombing them with nukes and continue to do it until they surrender, right?
No, yeah.
Which I thought was really, really bold. I mean, that's just something that usually countries don't say, right? They may insinuate it, but they don't just flat say it. Well, today Japan came out in response and said, well, all we're saying is we're committed and will stand behind our agreement with Taiwan to defend them if they need help. So basically they told China, try it.
Yeah.
The problem
doubt.
with that is it might just be going off, or it might just be bluffing, but it's still very scary bluffing.
If I may, real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt they're gonna focus on Arizona.
True. Go
All
ahead.
right, this is really hard to do. Got an albino raccoon on my porch right now. She's right there. I'm zoomed in on my surveillance camera. And I'm sorry it's so shaky, but it's because I'm zoomed in. All right, anyway.
Oh, don't you feed it? Isn't that the one you feed?
I can't feed wild animals here in Colorado because it's against the law.
Mm.
One of the guys.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything that's illegal or unlawful or unconstitutional. Yeah. But hey, man, you know what? Hey, if you got a salt lick out there somewhere, a little cornfield.
Well, you know, okay, so what is feeding? Okay, so I've got a, let's see. I hope my camera's not on. Good. All right, so, you know, I got a 5-gallon round pail out there full of water that the deer come and drink from. And the critters, you know, during wintertime, I've got fresh water out there for them. Warm water in the wintertime because I have to heat it or it'll freeze. So does that constitute feeding wild animals?
No,
You know?
I would say taking raw grapes off of a vine and feeding them to them by fucking hand might constitute that. Yeah. But
Yeah, the raccoons here come out of the sewer system or the storm drain system, and they're always at my house trying to eat the grapes in the grapevine.
Technically, I don't feed them; they're stealing.
Right.
I don't know. You know what? I'm not too afraid of a nuclear war. Just because it wouldn't be wise for anybody involved.
No, and I don't know that. I mean, if they did, man.
No, we would level China. They would probably halfway level us. Everybody that was allies with anybody would probably launch. Yeah, it would just, yeah.
Well, it's not. I can say this: if something does start, I think they were just being showy, but you never know because cultures like.
No, you don't know. They're a communist regime, dude.
Yeah, this
Dude,
is
they fucking implemented. They implemented that C-19 on us.
Well, yeah.
Hey, man, that was, dude. Tell me that wasn't a weapon. Tell me it wasn't a fucking weapon. I'll tell you, you're full of shit too.
And
it was totally a weapon, and they fucking used it and abused it. And Fauci's fucking a co-conspirator on that one. That motherfucker. He should fucking be buried under the fucking prison.
One of the reasons I think that they're so bold these days is because, I mean, one, they have expanded. You showed that map, I think, even. No, it might not have been you, but no, you did. You showed that map of how much influence China has. How much land they've bought up around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this year is their 100th year of being basically a communist country, right, or whatever, or China, whatever, and they've been making a big deal about it and talking about how this is their time. They're going to become they're the superpower. Blah 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 blah. So I could see with things that are going on with us moving a bunch of F-22 Raptors and where we have our ships and where we've been moving things. I've got friends in Hawaii and other countries around here that say we've got ships off their coast that they can see. So and down in like Guam area and stuff like that. So we're definitely taking it seriously, that's for sure. And if something does kick off, it won't be a just simple get it over with war. They're a formidable opponent. This won't be like fighting the Taliban.
Yeah.
Whether or not it hits us here on our shores, I don't know. But
chances are slim.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. It'll affect us, I can tell you that.
It's going to affect, dude, it's already affecting everything globally. And a lot of people are buying into the global agenda. And now that we've got this false president, because our last president was against the false agenda. And was duly elected twice, but we're no longer in a republic like we thought. So we all have to be on. We got to be on the ready at this point, folks. We all have to be, hopefully, as prepared as you can be. I don't know how long it's going to take to sort this out.
Right.
I mean, dude, if the military came in, just took over and started doing the tribunals like Q always says, we'd be like, wow, that makes our job a whole lot easier, kind of. I mean, let the military fucking handle it because, well, we still have an active military, a constitutional military, even though the military in and of itself isn't technically constitutional. God, that's weird. It's just weird.
I'll say this.
The whole fucking thing is fucked. We're all fucked. You know what? But don't give up hope because there is hope.
Oh no, you don't ever give up hope. I mean, we have to really start stopping the division because, for instance, even with the whole jab thing coming up, there's a lot of talk these days. Everybody seems to be on their minds about all the places that are going mandatory and how people feel about it. And people think, oh, that'll never happen here. Well, I wouldn't be so sure because there are absolutely at least 40 to 50% of the people in this country that think that everybody should get it. So what it's going to do is it's going to divide and light us up between each other, and that's the biggest threat that we have to prepare for right now.
Dude, that's just one of them. They've got the transgenders now, which is luckily a very small community. But then you got the fucking BLM and all these other groups that are trying to conglomerate with those people. But it's like they're not afraid of guns. Antifa aren't afraid of guns. NFAC are not. Well, actually, they should be afraid of guns, but they still walk around with them and shoot each other. So whatever, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. Right. If you want to walk around with a fucking rifle that's loaded and possibly shoot your fucking friend, hey man, it's your fucking Second Amendment right. I'm not gonna stop you. But you point that shit at me, or you point that shit at the government, or whoever, you're gonna have different outcomes.
Yeah.
Point that shit at me, and I'm gonna put you down like a bad habit.
Yeah, just like that.
See, that's
down that cigarette.
Yeah, that's the point. Angry and everybody else, all these other channels have been trying to make is are people truly ready to put their money where their mouth is? And I'm not saying you guys aren't. I'm just saying
I don't have any money.
Are people really ready for it? Because
all I've got is my mouth. Why do you think I'm up here every fucking night?
Well,
why do you think we're talking about this shit?
Yeah, the true threat is civil unrest right now. That's the biggest, I think, threat we could see.
By the way, yeah, you can donate to me at PayPal. It helps pay the bills, believe it or not. I know you wouldn't think, oh no, internet's free. Guess what, folks? Internet ain't free.
Free.
If I may.
Ain't nothing fucking free. I just found that out today. My VPN expired.
Hey,
I bought it a year ago, and all of a sudden I'm on Google Chrome and nothing is fucking working for like 4 hours until my son got home. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I come out here, my son's on my computer, and he's like, I found it, Dad. And I was like, what was it? He's like, it's your VPN. And I'm like, no shit. So I went ahead and we closed that one out. Bam! All of a sudden, everything started working like normal. And then I was like, okay, I went to my VPN service, and they're like, oh, sorry, your subscription expired. Now we want this much. Before when I bought it, it was like, I think I paid $25 for a whole year back when they first started. Now they want like fucking 25, or no, it was like $10.99 for 1 month. If I bought the whole year, it was like $75. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
If I may.
Big white raccoon.
Yeah, if I may, I need to address chat. And yes, that is a true albino raccoon with the red eyes and pink skin.
No, it's not. He
What do you
spray
mean?
painted it.
Well, no, actually, it was bleach. It's amazing what you can do with bleach and a washing machine.
God, you're
Just
fucking
saying.
terrible.
Oh, I gotta address Sean Stryker. Okay, Sean, I didn't get your question. By the way, guys, check my audio levels. I turned everything down. Hopefully, it was better.
No, yeah, you're good right now.
All right, cool. Sean Stryker. Let's see. Do not understand the people must give the military their written blessing to move forward. So I'm going down through here. I hope you guys don't mind, because when Sean speaks, it's usually something you should look at.
I love Sean.
Sean Stryker.
Yeah,
Freaking
Stryker.
genius. He's
Yep.
one of those guys that's got a photographic memory.
Oh, cool. Or eidetic.
So, Sean, if you could elaborate on that, or just come up to the panel, dude. Come on. I hate
Right?
typing.
Yeah, I can't see chat right now.
Come on in.
Hello, Virginia.
Hello.
Hi, Virginia. I'm glad you're back.
Well, hi.
But see, now, Fort Ricky does not feed it the wild animals. But see, you can tell right now those are not wild animals.
You know, the only time it's a problem, really, I mean, here's the thing. If they're truly wild animals, meaning like deer, elk, turkeys, when you start getting them not fearful anymore of people and start getting used to coming in for food, you're really doing them a disservice, in the sense that, I mean, we have a huge elk herd here that used to come down, and for many years started coming down, crossing a road, getting hit by cars all the time, to go to this one guy's house who would feed them. Big branch bulls. And then one day, of course, somebody goes out there and blows away the big branch bull and whatnot that was in it, and stuff like that. I mean, you're making them easy targets. Also, with deer, they can become a super nuisance with eating different size. And turkeys, man, you want to wreck your car and your roof faster than you could ever imagine. Feed wild turkey. You'll wish you
Where
had.
do you live?
I live in Oregon.
Oregon. Okay.
Yep.
So
yeah,
he's
on that. He's in that red common coast. Yep.
I have never
Oh,
experienced.
come on.
I have never experienced that.
I can't. I
Problem.
gotta say it, man. You live on
And-
the common coast.
Yeah, he's in a real interesting area. Just
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, Sean, what's going on, brother? It's been a while since I've been able to talk to you.
Hell yeah, Sean is here. Fuck yes.
right on.
You summon him, and he shows up.
Okay,
Showing
so
up.
real
Hey,
quick,
how you
let me
doing?
address. Real quick, let me address the wildlife issue with the raccoons and the deer and this and that and the other. Yes, but I have never experienced that up here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, 8,000 feet.
Okay.
I don't know what it's like over there. You're looking right now at a live picture, this is my surveillance system, live for you guys.
Aren't they cute?
And that is an albino raccoon. Okay, so. And those little bastards are messing with the sprinkler system again. And so this albino raccoon walked up on my porch one day. I put food out for the feral cats, and I try and trap them, and I've been very successful, etc., etc. I get them spayed and neuter, bring them back, turn them loose. I've got a whole shitload of cats now. Anyway, one day this albino raccoon showed up on the porch, and I thought it was a white cat. So I went out there and I put some food, threw some food out there, and went back inside and looked at my surveillance cameras. Sit back in my chair. I got a big old surveillance system. And this white cat came back up on the porch. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, that ain't a fucking cat. You know, and so I walked out there, and Immediately we made friends. Here is the problem. I'm going to make this short and then I'm going to shut up. Here's the problem. The chances of seeing a albino raccoon in the wild or anywhere is 1 in 700,000. The chances of an albino surviving more than a year or 2 years is, I don't remember, my wife's got the stats over there, she's the albino raccoon woman, is very slim, because they don't have their natural camouflage.
Right. That's correct.
Right.
All right, so this albino raccoon, her name is Pink, and she's got red eyes and the whole fucking works, man. She's awesome. Very pissy, by the way, sometimes. Anyway, this albino raccoon,
she loves it when you feed her grapes.
Steals cat food and grapes and all this shit from me. Here's the bad thing, guys. Here's the worst thing that I could ever imagine. If someone ever turned me into the Department of Wildlife, they would come out here and trap her and kill her.
What?
Colorado, state of Colorado, United States of America, the
Don't
nation
you have the right
of
to go out
Colorado.
and shoot any trespassers on your property?
Well, there will be that issue. But the
Yeah,
whole thing
you're
is
trying to-
why would they do
Trying to
that?
shoot my fucking raccoon, I'll fucking shoot you in the fucking
It's
skull.
not my raccoon. She's free, and those are her babies. She's completely free. She's wild. Well,
Yep, she's so wild that she eats right from your hand.
yes, that again. You would bring that up again. But the whole thing is, why would they do that? Okay, so we're going on 5
Well, because
years
they don't care
now.
about animals. Come on, they don't care about us.
Right.
The human
So-
beings, the ones that created this, the ones that even gave those fucking idiots power. They don't give two shits about us. They think that they own the whole entire fucking joint now.
It's a corporation. Uh-oh. Did I say that? Anyway,
Yeah, well,
I yield with that.
corporation joint, same
I yield
fucking
with that.
difference, dude. You know, the only difference is corporations can be brought down easier than governments.
Well, being a libertarian, first, I would never call on anybody, because if it isn't affecting me or harming me or my personal property, hey,
Yeah, who cares?
You do what you want to do. None of my business. But and I do
No
think
victim, no crime.
right, and I do think that the decisions they make, because you're right, they probably would dispatch a raccoon like that.
I'm not saying they probably would. They would.
Right.
I guarantee the Department of Wildlife here in Colorado would come out here and trap all this whole family. I've got freaking a family out here. They'd trap them all and kill them.
Right.
Because
And
they're interacting with humans.
And I don't.
Well, you know what? All these fucking liberals out there, I'd like to trap all of you guys and just put you down because you're interacting with humans.
There you go. That's a fair assessment, too. I like that analogy.
I yield. Thank you, guys. Sean Stryker in the house.
House.
Now he's on call or something.
Right.
He's waiting for his fucking shit to get over so he can fucking talk to us.
That's what we get.
Oh, I'm loving this.
No, I blame that all on Ricky. Because Sean popped on here like he had something to say, and then Ricky started talking, and now freaking Sean's back on patrol.
Thanks a lot.
And one thing you don't do is you don't get distracted while you're on patrol, man.
I'm just walking past some trucks.
Are you?
Checking for bombs?
Wait. Does that mean you're trucking?
I just don't want the truck noises drowning you guys out. I'm not even sure I can hear myself.
I can hear it.
Trekking, perhaps.
Okay, Sean
is that on my
Stryker,
end or-
you're
I got
actually 5x5
trucks
with
get out.
your
loud and clear, you
Audio,
guys
but
or
you're,
not, but I prefer
yeah, we hear you.
guys.
We hear you 5x5, brother. Go ahead. He's trucking.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just getting away from all the trucks for carrying eggs around. Anyway, I don't know if you guys see the current chat avatar I have. You might want to blow that up and just take a look at that particular message, because everyone's all don't know what to do, don't know what to do, don't know what to do. Well, again, if you're waiting on the military to be the answer, they can't move without the consent of the people. Otherwise, the blue helmets are authorized to put down the military coup, because these idiots signed up to be part of the United Nations. They tried that with World War I with League of Nations, to put us under that. They didn't get it. They rebranded it and used it as a cure-all after World War II. Like all of you guys who are thinking you're going to cite the Nuremberg Code, the U.S. never signed on to the Nuremberg Code. We held the trials. We never signed on to the legislation. Okay? Got to set some of you straight. You can cite the United Nations treaty on, the rights of citizens and so on, but it's the United Nations through the World Health Organization pushing that you have to be vaccinated. So you'll be using the same body that once you vaccinated to try to say that you're going to talk your way out of it. So in that case, you got to skip that and just stick with 18 USC subsection 2000 AC of the House. On the governance side of the House, yeah. If you guys are thinking the military is cleared to go and arrest Biden, they're not until they get the express written consent of the people, i.e. we have to publish notice, we have to petition for redress of grievance. Okay? Hawaii's gotten it. Hawaii's, published that they formed an interim assembly. They're moving along. Other assemblies in other Midwestern and Eastern states, we'll say along the Mississippi, Missouri area, are about to launch. And moving along with that, between you guys and me, what we're doing actually had some Antifa protesters show up at a recent assembly meeting. In other words, they're starting to sweat us. So Ricky and I have been giving you guys a path you can choose. It's up to you guys if you neglect it or not, But the only one that's going to save you is you. The only one that's going to augment that is all of you together. And you don't have to be violent to do it. You just have to know what the hell you're doing and do it. So I'm not going to waste my breath much more. I got other stuff to do. I posted in the chat earlier, Revelation. I posted earlier chat Revelation, Dawn of Global Governance with Peter Boykin, Charlie Daniels, and Alex Jones. That used to be one of the essential videos for our assemblies to watch. I highly recommend you watch it. It was back from 2016. So if you haven't watched that video, watch that video. See what General Boykin has to say. See what Charlie Daniels is reflecting on, all the stuff you guys value.
Right.
But don't despair. There are people working to fixing the situation. If you despair, the enemy's already won, because you're taking a step to take a sigh rather than to take a battle cry. You're taking a second to give wind and give up versus to get fired up and to get motivated. Approach it with a win attitude, you'll win. Approach it with a loss attitude, you'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how it works in the Corps. It's how it works in any military unit that's prepping themselves for what's to come.
Yeah.
So
if we have to die in
you thought it was going to be a cakewalk. Nope. The founders never promised us a cakewalk, folks.
I hope I take.
They never promised us a cakewalk.
There's a lot of validity. I think there's a lot of validity to that. I just hope that they act before, or everybody, I should say, we act before it's too late.
The key math you're looking at is Biden is trying to purge the military right now of the generals that would have the assemblies back. So that's our timetable, is how long can they use this woke stuff to get rid of the officer class and the enlisted NCOs before the military flips and becomes anti-constitution. So you've already seen Miley's up there talking his smack. We got to get this assembly movement wrapped up and completed before the military has us patriots in the minority instead of the majority.
Right. I agree.
Are you
That's
seeing
your
that down there
timetable.
where you're at, Sean?
I'm in California. What do you think I'm seeing?
Yeah, of course.
I'm seeing crap on every street corner down here. I have my dispatch radio. There is at least the fire every day that our fire department has to put out. You know, not just car accident related fires or somebody fell asleep smoking a cigarette. No, we're talking actual just brush fires popping up here and there. Again, I've worked along the homeless. They're not stupid and negligent to constantly cause fires like that. There are people putting them up to do this. They want to burn the Southland, drive everyone into the cities. And if you ruin California's land with these fires, you also wreck the farming industry out here.
Yep.
California dies, the rest of the country will follow. We are one of the 5 largest economies globally.
Yep.
I know you guys hate the socialists out here. I hate them too. But in terms of money, this area still generates a lot of money.
You're absolutely right.
You know, that's why it's 100 degrees plus 20% humidity. Our weather this time of year in July is supposed to be 100 degrees, no humidity. Every time a storm tries to come up here, they're turning our sky into a tic-tac-toe board. They've been doing that all since last winter. You can ask Ricky. He'll see me late at night. I'll turn my camera towards the clouds, and the clouds are all marked up. So it's time to get real, you know. Moose Man's going to talk smack. They can't. I don't know where Moose Man is tonight. I love you, Moose Man. You got some good knowledge, but you're saying they can't manipulate the clouds. You ain't been paying attention. It wasn't just the U.S. that had a HARP system. Our enemies have it, and so do the globalists as a result.
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as manipulating the weather, let me tell you something. You can do that in an aquarium. You know, you take a
I manipulated the weather yesterday. I peed
Okay,
in the
so
water.
another thing is you can manipulate the weather in your own space, like your house or something. You know.
Oh yeah, I turn on the AC, man. I love that AC thing.
Well, not only AC, but you eat some really good refried beans, and you're gonna manipulate the weather. Just saying.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, that's in your local proximity with methane. I'm talking at the level governors have clearance for.
Well,
Newsom does not work for
easy-
us. You guys need to understand. We got to remind him he got to come back under us. He's a governor, a public servant. He's not a king.
Right.
I don't
Well,
think just replaces
Same
that.
for the rest.
an easy way to prove that there is such a thing as weather manipulation is you can actually go get a license to do business doing it.
Yes, sir. And there's a UN treaty that bans it.
Right. So I mean, it's on a smaller scale than what some people are talking about, but it's still, that means it can be done. So yes, it is a real thing. Yes, it is something that's been used again and again, even in war times. That's a fact. I will say this, you're right. The people, especially like in California, need to get politicians that do our bidding back in control. You know, and too many times they don't. And I can tell you this personally from Oregon. That's part of the reason why Oregon is as liberal as it is in the areas that matter, because geographically, 75% of Oregon is conservative. And that's the whole reason why they're trying to do the state of Greater Idaho or whatever it is. But I will say that
you can see the same. You can say
somebody like Kate Brown in.
You can say the same thing about California too, though, Rip.
And a lot
I mean,
of those
think
people
about it,
came up from
dude.
California.
A lot of people this year have come out, or last year and this year, and come out and said, you know, if they would have had honest elections, there's a chance that California could have gone red.
Mike Lindell ran the numbers. As of yesterday, he said California had flipped. It's just, again, who runs Dominion? Dominion used to be Diebold under Dick Cheney, guys. They sold it. They sold the exact same hardware and everything. They just changed the logo on the box. That's all they did. They changed the name up to make people lose the scent, because remember, Diebold machines were debated during Bush Gore and Bush Kerry, because they did the same stuff in Ohio to Bush Kerry, which I don't like Kerry. I don't like Bush, but either way, they should have been honest about it. So the real thing we got to do on the ground level is get ourselves locally assembled and petition at your county level that your registrar of voters will no longer use Dominion machines in the de facto votes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's done.
Buy you the time at least to assemble.
That's done in Arizona. That's done and done. I mean, we're not using those Dominion machines again. Like seriously, the Democrats were too fucking shady on this last audit. They weren't willing to give up all the subpoenas that we put out there. And so, you know, there, of course, you got their mainstream media covering their butt saying, oh, this thing is the most fraudulent, blah, blah, blah. Just like they're out there saying, oh, this was the most transparent election ever. You know, and this fucking old goddamn piece of shit that don't even come out of his basement got fucking 80 million votes. Give me a fucking break. Bernie didn't get that fucking many. And that's a bitch barely.
You don't block a window with cardboard and call it transparent. That's opaque.
No doubt.
The opposite of transparency.
Yeah.
The thing for Arizona is, did anyone in Arizona get a letter in writing from the governor or from the registrar of voters saying that Dominion is fired, that the contract is negated? If it is not negated or ended, you guys are going to have the next same problem in 2022. And that's what everyone's trying to do, is stretch the process out till 2022 and then run through the same arguments again.
Well,
So
I'll make a few
two different
calls
routes
to my
I can-
congressmen and some of my senators.
I just got back. What did I miss?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to get out of here, though. It's been a long fucking day.
Yeah, well, better finish strong, you know, and have some. We could sit around all night saying, "Man, this sucks," but if we don't know what the problems are and how to fix them, and we ain't gonna get anywhere. We're gonna say tomorrow night the same thing. This sucks.
Exactly.
Get motivated and work on the solutions. Get rid of the Dominion machines. Get the people in assembly on the same page. Moving forward to requisition the military to do what it needs to do.
Yeah, Sean.
Basic.
Yeah, you know, Sean, that sounds real good, but
Yeah.
I don't
You gotta
think
take a
it'll
nap, you
ever
take a nap.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen, Sean.
All right,
I don't know about
everybody.
that.
Everybody, I want to thank you very much for coming up on the panel tonight. I know it started late, but it's been a long fucking day, and anyways, I'll be around tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night.
So
thank you for coming by. And
before you go, drop the link in the chat so anybody that wants to join in for the after the show. That's when we get real kinky and nasty.
No, it's posted up top. Just go to the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's still in there. I'll hang out for a couple minutes. I give you that. I'll give you a couple of minutes. But everybody in the chat, if you want to come by and hang out with Ricky and these degenerates, you're more than welcome to. As for me, I'm about to call it a night, folks. So I will catch you all tomorrow night. Maybe we'll have something to talk about. Maybe China will nuke somebody. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? All right.
Let's give
Ciao.
him something to talk